Okay, today with Trees to Firewood, we're going to be doing some cutting of some logs into firewood length so we can get those processed, and we're going to be using this new, the Perfect Stick is what it's called, and we just got it. I've never used it, so today will be the first time I get to use it, and I got the one that's just, it doesn't adjust, it's just exactly 16 inches from here to the center of this, and all this does is this attaches to the saw blade or the bar of the chain, and you would cut it, you know, from the bottom of the log to here and so on and keep going. So like I said, I've never used it, I've seen it. We're gonna give it a shot. Usually when I cut logs, it's just eyeballing it, which I've been cutting for a long time. I can usually get it pretty close, but this will get it exact. So every log that I cut will be exactly the same. It'll give me more consistent firewood sticks and so on. Obviously if I had a full-blown processor, it would be exactly the same every time, but I do, my main thing is trees. That's how we do tree service. So we get a lot of logs that are, you know, odd shaped and so on. I do get log trucks obviously, so but this is on here pretty good. I mean, this isn't just going to fall off. I mean, you got to really kind of turn it to get it off. So I think I'm going to put it up on the right side up top. I'll just mark them as I cut them. I'll probably take it off. I'll probably mark a bunch of logs and then take it off and then cut and see how she goes. The saw we're going to be using is this MS391. I've had this saw for 7 or so years. It's a great saw. It's very fuel efficient. I can run this saw for a long time on one tank. It's got plenty of power to cut logs. It's no big deal. I could use bigger saws like my 462, my 500i, my 660, but there's no need to use anything that big. On tree jobs, I do use bigger saws because I do cut faster, got a lot more power, but these logs I have ain't very big, and yes, time is money, but at the same time, I'd like to save a little fuel because we all know how high fuel costs are, so cuts just fine as long as the chain is sharp. It does its job. So yeah, we'll see how this holds up, how I like it. I mean, this was very expensive, so if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. But it should. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so as we can see, doesn't get much better than that. They're all exactly the same. So let's say it's a good success so far. It's going to take a while to get used to with the sizing unit on there to cut. You know, I pretty much think I'm just going to have to mark them like that and then cut them. So it may take a little bit more time to do, but it is what it is. And all the little cut-offs I'll just use in the boiler, so it's not like it's getting wasted. And it's ash, so I'll be able to burn it right away. So, no, I think it's a pretty good success. I mean, you know, like I said, it's going to take a little bit to get used to it on there and whatnot, but it's obviously a lot better when you have all the logs staged real nice and so on. So I'll probably finish cutting all this up here and stacking it and getting it ready to be processed. But so far I think that perfect stick works pretty well. I mean, it's going to give you a more consistent firewood length size, which on average the industry standard is 16 inches. And I'd say about 90% of all stoves can handle, you know, 14 to 18 inches, give or take, depending on what it is. And the bigger the unit, the bigger the take. So I would give it 2 thumbs up for now, and we'll see how the rest of this goes. I plan on cutting the rest of this, so we'll see what it all entails.